So today I got in a bit of debate with my dad about Trump. Now, mind you, I called him to wish him a happy Veterans Day because my father served the Army and he also served in the Air Force. So, of course, I called him to tell him thank you for your service for this country. And the first thing he said out his mouth was, you know, your boy Trump finally gave away those food stamps. And I said, Dad, stop blaming everything on Donald Trump. You know that is all on Congress, not on the President of the United States. And here goes my father. Well, if he's the team captain, somebody got to blame the team captain. I'm like, Daddy, come on now. Come on now. Let's not do that now. Come on now, Dad. Now, my dad is a Democrat, and my father is not a big fan of Trump. The only thing he appreciates Trump for is just the benefits that he has given unto the veterans. Other than that, my dad don't care about him. Now, here's the thing we've been debating about. So I was telling my dad, I said, you keep thinking that the Republican Party was trying to withhold Medicaid from people, and that's not the case. I said, when you read about it, the Republicans want to make sure that the illegals didn't receive Medicaid because they are not citizens here. And I said, Dad, you know firsthand, if you do this anywhere else in the world, not being a citizen, and you just prance around like you own the place, you're going to be arrested for that. You cannot do that. You have to be a citizen everywhere else in the world. But it just seems as if in the U.S., it's like a free-for-all for them, and that's not right. I said these illegals, they have been receiving food stamps, checks, and free housing, while us regular American people, don't matter what race, okay, all of us struggle for scraps while like trying to put groceries in the cart, okay, while these people are.
For some reason, we keep forgetting about what happened during 2021, 2020, 2022, 2023, 2024. Like, we keep forgetting that the Obama administration was the deporter in chief. Trump came in and followed up on those same policies, but he was demonized for it. And then Biden came in and they let over 10 million illegal migrants into the country. And now we reeling from that. They keep forgetting that there was a large portion of migrants that was receiving housing. They were getting debit cards over in New York and Chicago. They were living in free hotels. They were getting schooling. They were getting health care coverage. That we were allocating billions and billions and billions of dollars over to these people during what was supposed to be the pandemic, where everybody was supposed to be 6 feet, no check. So that, in addition to what Democrats were fighting for, and you got these boomers and these liberal white women that just choose to ignore the facts. And they tried to ignore it during the election when Kamala Harris was listed as the border czar. We just going to forget about that. She just going to only talk about the 107 days in office. We just going to forget about everything that actually happened during the Biden administration. And it's funny because I was looking at a video today of Trump giving a tour of his redesign of the White House. And he had the President's Walk of Fame up there and stuff like that. And he kept saying Barack Hussein Obama. And then he also said Joe Biden. And he put an auto pen up there. Because we not even sure if Joe Biden knew what was going on, because some of the stuff that he was saying when he was younger aligned with what Republicans are saying today. And when it comes to food stamps and Medicaid and all that stuff, we know that illegal migrants was getting that. We know that these states were subsidizing their budget with getting money from the federal government. We know that Democrats ain't got a leg to stand on, because every liberal city in the United States of America, except for Detroit, every liberal city in the United States of America, they're all reeling, and they have a budget deficit in the billions or the hundreds of millions if you just so happen to be over here on Denver. And they trying to support whomever. I don't even know who they supporting on y'all side. Who, Mom Donnie?
Just prancing around like, la, 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 I got all that I want, all that I need. Like, literally living the American dream, okay? And I was telling my dad, not only just that, I said they also use this stunt to make sure that, you know, the people who they wanted in office be in there. So I said there's a lot of states that are now blue, and my father was like, oh, he said, you think they use that as a strategy? I said, absolutely. I said, you got New York, the mayor in New York, that state is blue. You got Virginia, you got all these other states. And he was like, oh, that actually makes sense or whatever. I was like, yeah. And I was telling my dad, I said, explain to me, as a black person, how does it help the black community when there's now opposite sex that's now allowed to go into women's bathrooms, men bathrooms, also women's locker rooms, and men locker rooms? And my father was like, well, yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I said, but yeah, that's the thing. I said, that's what people voted for. That's what people voted for, Dad. And I said, the problem is within the black community. I'm not saying everybody, but there's a lot of us that just don't read. We don't read policy. We just go by what media says. And I said, now because these people are now in office, I said, now we're going to see a lot of confusion. People that live in these blue states and cities, they're going to start seeing a lot of confusion up there, okay?
And you know, it's so funny. When she started off this video, because I hear people that support blue and vote blue no matter what, and they act like they hate Trump, but they really like him, and they always say, "So what's up with your boy?" And they be talking like you actually know, like you got a direct connection, and that you can give him a call right now in real life. Like, okay, well, let me get him on the phone and show you what it is that he's saying. Man, what's up with your boy? You be like, who is my boy? Your boy Trump. Like, well, what's up with him? What is it that he missed? And all they trying to do is they trying to bait you into a debate or an argument.
They're going to start seeing men in women's bathrooms, men in women's locker rooms, and vice versa when it comes to the women being in the men's room and locker rooms. And I was telling my father it was just a woman on either CNN or Fox News who was in California. She went viral, and my just woman is a lesbian, okay? She did not like the fact that she saw a man in the locker room. She said she felt very uncomfortable. And she made it clear it is not about a Republican thing or a Democrat thing. This is about a pink and blue thing. Women, we deserve to be protected. And she believes that our rights as women is being stripped away by these policies allowing these men who identify themselves as women to just prance on it and just come to our bathrooms and locker rooms. And the amount of predators that's going to have like a free for all, like fun good old time doing this too. Like, it's crazy. I was just telling my dad, how does those policies help the black community? Explain to me how. He couldn't give me a reason. He could not give me a reason. And my dad was like, yeah, but they could kick him out. We could just kick him out the bathroom. I said, no, you can't. No, you can't. I said, because the law is on their side now. I said, if you touch one of them, you know what act they're going to use? They're going to use the Civil Rights Act to defend their case on they was actually discriminated by somebody in the bathroom. And my father was like, yeah, that's crazy. Now, he still don't like Trump, but
they're still not going to vote the right way. They're still going to do what they're going to do. They're still going to do what they're going to do.
Understood where I was coming from when I made it clear that I don't rock with the Democrats. I told my dad, and I was real clear. I said, bro, like, the Democrats today ain't the same how it was back in the day. It's just not the same. I wish it was, but it's not.
How many of us has actually woke up and we see life the same way? It's tripped out.
And that's why a lot of us are walking away from this political party. It's like, because y'all tripping. You tripping.
Facts.
You really think I want my daughter in a bathroom with a man, but yet he calls himself a woman? I'm supposed to be comfortable with that? Nah, bruh. That's not cool. That's just not cool. And I'm glad I live in a state that don't allow that. Period. Like, for real. So
I wonder what state she live in. Because I've seen some stuff, and it's again that lady that's going viral. I never even did a reaction video to it. I don't know. It's just sometimes you feel it, sometimes you don't. But yeah, man, it doesn't matter how many facts you give them. It doesn't matter the level of correction. Don't matter the insight. No matter if you cite your sources, whatever. They're still going to vote blue no matter what. And that's just bad for, a bunch of reasons, which I don't feel like going into right now. But always want to link back to the content creator. Make sure you guys tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off of life. I love you. I appreciate you. She is spot on. She is absolutely accurate with how it is that people are going to approach you because they know that you are conservative. And that's fine. That's okay.